You manage the overnight access desk from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Customers with 24-hour access can retrieve items. Your job is to monitor the cameras, log entry and exit, and never open Unit 41, Rule 1. The facility has 200 units across 4 rows. Customers enter with a personal gate code, and you log their arrival. If someone arrives without a code, if the gate opens for a person who did not enter a code, call the manager immediately and do not allow them past the interior checkpoint. The gate has opened on its own on 3 occasions in the past 6 years. On 2 of those occasions, nothing was visible on camera. On the 3rd occasion, the camera in row C showed a person walking toward Unit 41 with clear, deliberate familiarity, as though they had been there many times. The camera feed lasted 4 minutes before going to static. When it returned, the hallway was empty. Unit 41 was still locked. Rule 2. Customers sometimes leave notes for their units, instructions for other family members, inventory lists taped to the door. You may read these notes if they are visible. You are responsible for the facility's contents in a general liability sense. However, do not read the notes on Unit 41's door. There have been notes there since before the current owner purchased the facility in 2008. The previous owner did not disclose the tenant. The rent for Unit 41 is paid automatically from an account at a bank that no longer exists. Through a process no one has been able to interrupt without the payment rerouting itself within 48 hours. The current owner stopped trying. The notes change periodically. Nobody has seen them change. Nobody goes near enough often enough to notice exactly when. Rule 3. Between 3 and 4 a.m. you may hear sound from within the storage rows, a low, repetitive knocking, irregular, not mechanical. This has been attributed to temperature contraction in the metal doors, and that explanation satisfies most attendants. What it does not explain is that the knocking sometimes follows a pattern that 2 separate attendants, independently and without collaboration, described as like it's checking each door one by one down the row. If the knocking reaches the interior checkpoint door, if you hear it directly on the other side of the door at your desk, press the emergency lockdown button under the counter. Lights will come on throughout the facility. The knocking will stop. Log it as thermal event security precaution. This is the approved language. Rule 4. A woman named Clara has had a unit here since 1999, Unit 88, Row B. She visits 2 or 3 times a year. Always between midnight and 3 a.m., always alone, always polite. She will sometimes stop at your desk and chat for a few minutes before leaving. She is friendly. She brings coffee occasionally. Do not ask Clara what she keeps in her unit. 2 attendants asked over the years. Clara's demeanor did not change and she remained polite, even warm, but both attendants reported difficulty sleeping in the weeks following. One described recurring dreams of